Now, even though I am new in the hands of the MetaQuest 3S, one product which I do want to say I've been playing more of, and I want to say that I really do enjoy as a console, is the PSP. In fact, this is my own personal PSP, and I was hoping it was going to load onto the menu, but I guess it's not. This is my own personal PSP 1000, and I'm just going to say it. I'm a fan of it.
I was switching up the lanes, stepping out the frame I'm in.
So this is in fact the PSP 1000. It is a nice blue color and it is a Japanese model PSP, which I've had this for a couple of months now, and thanks to the installment of Midnight Club 3, which I gotta say I love this game to death, I've been able to enjoy this game a lot more, enjoy this little guy a lot more than basically like what I originally had. I've had more fun with this than when I first got my PSP when I was probably like 6, 7, or 8 years old, and it wasn't even my PSP. It was my sibling's PSP that was given down to me, but this one's my own personal PSP. I bought this from a PSP retailer for the price of $80 for the console itself with the charger and everything. And this is a Japanese model. Again, this is a Japanese model. And I can tell this is at 1002 because of the big old spring mechanism that this guy does have. But talking about the actual PSP before I can go into like my own personal experience, is that the PSP in itself was like a massive console beforehand. I mean, basically like the DS's competitor, which yes it was, but Nintendo basically took advantage of the price point, and also the fact that another thing is that they basically slashed the price by $200 in the same year this was released, which sucks, and like it sucks. Now, as much as something like the PSP in itself is like, yeah, I mean, I think the one thing which PSP was pretty much well known of was the games, but then also the UMDs, the format that was on this also could support movies thanks to the large size of 1.8 gigabytes at the time, meant that you could actually watch videos on the go. This was not only a gaming machine, but this was also meaning to be a full-blown dedicated system for actually watching videos, which, I mean, it makes sense because, like, I mean, this has got a headphone jack, it's got the UMD drive, which you can totally use for, like this is just a disc in itself, just in a shell, but, I mean, it does support games. I mean, it also supports movies as well. It supports videos and music. Like it has the internet. It was trying to be a lot more as a media device than just, oh, a gaming machine, which Nintendo in itself primarily had the gaming device, unless you count the GBA video, which I mean in itself was not a great format in itself. Meanwhile, Sony literally had almost every single movie brand, Universal, Sony, like 20th Century Fox, they literally had a lot of these movie companies involved with producing movies between 2005 and 2008. On UMDs, by the way. I mean, digital games and like it was just trying to be a lot, and that's something which I really like about this guy. But also Nintendo kind of took advantage of the fact that this was trying to be a media machine and basically put it towards their DS's marketing. I mean, in itself, it wasn't a bad thing. I mean, this did sell 82 million units. It just didn't really do in the same way that something like this did. I mean, the DS in itself was primarily a game machine. It wasn't primarily put with like videos and movies in mind. This had the whole thing behind it. It was trying to be the iPod. It was trying to be a gaming device. It was trying to be a lot more, which is a good thing if you really think about it, but it just didn't really sell in the same way, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. But what do I think about the PSP? What do I think about it as a console? Or what did I think about it as a gaming device in itself? I think in itself, I mean, video playback, it's actually really, really good. Like, this is playing directly from the memory stick itself. I mean, it's the one thing that literally, this is a pocketable device. I mean, I had my Nintendo Switch before, which again, I got rid of it by trading it in GameStop. This is really nice size. This can fit in my pant.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
This can fit in my fanny pack on the go. I mean, the games themselves on the UMDs, those are actually really nostalgic to me. The idea of popping in the disc, taking them out, having them spin up, every single time there's a loading screen or when I'm loading the game up, I like the idea of hearing that little disc spin up. Like, it's really, really nice. It's like a cassette for the first time, listening to a cassette and all that hiss that you're hearing. It's that feeling, but in a digital format. I mean, you could actually download games digitally on this guy, but I mean, it's not as fun. I mean, well, also another thing too is that you would have to go through so many ROMs and that stuff to get the games in question to work on this guy, plus custom firmware. I mean, I like it. It's really nice. It's a small form factor size. I mean, I really love this old OS that this had. I mean, this was basically before the PS3, by the way. This was before the PS3, which, I mean, the PSX also had the same OS version, or same OS style, which I'm just gonna say, like, this is probably, like, one of the best OS styles. Like, it's just, like, it just makes sense. I mean, like, I honestly say that this is when it should have stayed. This is what it should have stayed as. But, I mean, like, this is cool. Like, I like it. It's small. It fits in my hands pretty well. And, I mean, like, I don't really have battery problems that much. I mean, sometimes I do, but it's not really that big of a deal because, I mean, this is a nice time killer sometimes playing Midnight Club 3, Gran Turismo. I mean, there are some other games as well, like Dexter. This was one of the original games that kind of didn't launch with the PSP, but it was one of the games that was sold on as being one of the bigger games for it. And I mean, I used to play this and I didn't understand like some of the parts of the game. I'm gonna probably play this more and see how it is. Cause I mean, Dexter's probably a really fun game if you think about it. But like, I mean, this is a game that I remember as a kid. I remember playing Dexter because like when my sibling gave my PSP away, like it was a case where like she gave me like a 2,000 or 3,000 and Dexter was also included in that. She also gave me my, I think I had a DS as well. But, I mean, the PSP was what I had as well. But, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't, like, play it that often. Yeah, this game. It's just mainly the thing of, like, I grew up with a PSP at some point, but didn't really get to experience it in the same way as others did. I mean, it's kind of the same thing of the original Xbox as well, because the original Xbox was something I had, but didn't grow up to where I really remembered a lot of fond memories on the Xbox. It's the same thing with this guy. The DS was what I had, which is more than what this had, but I like what this has. I like what the PSP has with the UMDs and the games themselves. This was trying to be a lot more, and I like the idea of having this little guy with me to play games instead of doom scrolling on my phone all day. Like, it's fun. This is fun. It's fun to have something like a small little device. It's kind of like the iPod. I mean, the iPod to me has become more of a regular device, but it's still fun. It's still fun to be able to, where the fuck is my iPod? It's fun to have little devices that literally can be like, literally nice little devices. Like, this is my iPod, and I modded it to basically be the best thing that I could probably use it for. I mean, I use it mostly for music, but I've got some videos, as you can see right here, like right here. I gave it a nice blue case. Like, it's basically my main device when it comes down to music. I mean, I could totally use this for video too and everything, but it's one of those things where I like this idea of these little small devices like the PSP and the iPod on the go. And it gives me a bit of a sense of like, just not, like, it just does it where it's like, I just really prefer something where like it's separation from your phone and everything. And that's what I like with the PSP too, because it's like the games in themselves keep me away from doom scrolling, and it just puts more engagement into it too. So I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching this little video on me talking about the PSP, or like at least trying to. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later when I talk about an interesting comic. I'll see you guys later when I talk about a story of somebody who asked me to. Bye.